And then when you're ready, come into a nice quiet place. So you can let your eyes close and let your spine be long. Let your shoulders drop down the back. Bring your awareness to your breathing. So just letting the air float in and out through your nose for a moment. Deepening the inhale and the exhale. With the inhale, feeling that inflation. And with the exhale, feeling the deflation. Slow breaths in and slow breaths out, just bringing your awareness in. I'd like to try something a little bit different today. So if you just keep your eyes closed and take the tip of the tongue and slide it all the way back to where you can feel the soft palate. So at the roof of the mouth, you've got the hard palate. And then with the tip of the tongue, slide it all the way back till you feel the soft palate. So it feels a little bit weird. But once you found it, then you can let the tongue relax and just remember where that space is. The next time you breathe in, imagine the air traveling up the nose to the soft palate. And as you exhale, it travels up into your head. So if you need to take the tip of the tongue back to the hard palate and then slide it back to the soft palate again, just to feel where that is again. And again, as you breathe in, the air flows in through your nose, arrives where the tip of the tongue was, the soft palate. And as you exhale, it floods up to the crown of the head. Just breathing in that way a few times. Okay, hopefully you can use your imagination there. Maybe you can even feel it. The inhale flows into the nose, goes to where the soft palate is. With the exhale, it floods up into your brain, up into your crown. And don't worry if that doesn't make sense. Just playing with it, just seeing what's possible, seeing where you can direct the breath. Now we're keeping the air up in the head for a few moments. Just letting that go for a moment. Just breathing normally, naturally. Keep your eyes closed and rest your hand on your heart center. So not on your physical heart, but in your heart center. So if you think like maybe 4 finger widths down from the U shape of your collarbone, and then another 4 finger widths down, and then from that place, so right in between the chest, in between the sternum, and then draw a line right in between the front and the back of you. So find that middle space, and that's where this heart center is, this more subtle heart center is. So with the hand on that space, just breathing for a few moments, visualizing the heart center there. And then coming back to the soft palate breathing at the beginning. As you inhale, you'll fill up through the nose Let the air float to the soft palate and up into your head. As you exhale, it comes from your head down into your heart. As you inhale, comes in through the nose to the soft palate. And then as you exhale, up into your head and also spreads down into your heart. So 2 directions there. A few times on your own, breathing in through the nose, air traveling to the soft palate. As you exhale, travels up into the head and also pushes down into your heart. Trying to direct the energy through those 2 places, 2 points. Two more rounds. Maybe one more round. Releasing the hand, just breathe in through both nostrils. We'll get to the very top of the inhale. Hold the breath at the very top. Drop your chin towards your throat and then just hold all the air inside. You can draw your pelvic floor muscles up as well, so you're locking the bottom and the top. I'm trying to feel the energy spread all the way down now. And then you'll lift your head up and exhale and relax. Take a breath in between, so inhale and exhale. I'm going to do that 2 more times. So you breathe in, get to the very top of your inhale. Hold the breath there at the top, and we'll drop the chin towards the throat, locking it at the top, and then draw the Mula Bandha up, pelvic floor muscles up. So you're trying to hold all the energy inside of your body. And then lift the head and release. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. So one more time, take a breath in, get to the top of the inhale, hold your breath at the very top. Bring your chin towards your throat. Squeeze pelvic floor muscles up. Hold all the energy inside. You can even draw your belly button up and back, Uddiyana Bandha. And in your own time, lifting your head up and then just letting the breath flow. And one big breath in. And a long breath out. Just keeping your eyes closed, just breathe normally, naturally. Check in with all of that. How does it feel? So you know you can shake your legs out anytime, but for now, just keep your eyes closed and let your right ear fall towards the right shoulder. Get a nice stretch through the left side of the neck. And don't forget, you can stretch out those legs anytime. And then take your right hand across your body and let's just ease out any tension from the left side of you. So the left shoulder, the traps, and coming up by the neck. Maybe you can take your hand further down your back. You can feel some tension there, maybe. Good. You can take your hand down your arm. Squeezing your biceps, squeezing your triceps. That's it, bring your hand down your forearm. You can also swing your head forwards and back. Just trying to get as much space as you can there. And then we'll just lift the head back up and take your right thumb into the palm of your left hand and ease out any tension there in your left hand. You can do all this with your eyes closed. Your thumb can come up and down each finger now, going all the way to the tip of each finger, rubbing, massaging each finger. Not forgetting the thumb. Good. And then with that left hand, just bring it into a little fist and draw little circles. So you can lower the left hand back down onto the knee and just let your left ear fall towards the right shoulder. See how that feels there today. You can take your left hand across your body towards the right shoulder. Come up by the neck. Maybe slide your hands further down your back. Letting the fingertips walk up the neck. You can take the hand further down that right arm, finding the triceps, finding the biceps. And bring your hands down your forearms if you like. Just let the head swing forwards and back. And then picking the head back up and bringing your left thumb into your right palm. And then starting to squeeze out that right palm. And your thumb will massage each finger. So bring a bit of heat and awareness into each finger. And not forgetting your thumb. Then you can lower your left hand down, come into a little fist, and then start to circle. Yeah. Ooh, a cat. And we can bring both hands to interlace and circle both wrists. Yeah, and circle it the other way. Take the hands up towards the sky and then just rest the hands behind your head. Let the elbows open, squeeze them back, and then try and lift your chest up and push your head into your hands. So it's like that you're lying on a sun lounger. Breathing in. Good. As you breathe out, keep your elbows open and round into the back and bring your chin to your chest. Then inhale, open up the arms. Open up the chest, squeeze those elbows back. Imagine you're pushing your head back into a sun lounger. And then exhale, round into the back and bring your chin to your chest. 2 more times, push the head into the hands, open up the elbows, lean back into that sun lounger. And then round into the back, chin to chest. Maybe go a bit lower now. You'll feel it further down the spine. And then last time, push the head into the hands. Squeeze those elbows open. Sit. Good. And then exhale, round into the back and chin to chest. Lift yourself back up. And then release the hands. That should feel nice. And draw some circles with the shoulders. I wish I had a cat to stroke, Barbara. Good. We're going to take your right hand outside of your left knee. And then the left fingertips behind you. Come into a little twist here. Yeah. And what I really like to do is to drop the left ear to the left shoulder here. Right shoulder. Get in that stretch. And then picking the head back up. We'll swing all the way over to the other side. So left hand outside of the right leg, and then right fingertips behind you. And then again, you can bring your right ear towards your right shoulder. So feel the spine start to shift. And swinging back to the center, just going for it one more time. Right hand outside left knee, left fingertips behind you. And then hold it here. Just take your right hand behind your head. You can put your left palm flat on the floor and then see if you can just lift the elbow up and open then. Just see if you can find some space here. Release the right hand back outside the left knee. Come back into the twist. We'll take it over to the other side. Left hand outside left knee. And then see if you can lift up and twist. And then you can put the right palm flat so you're leaning into it. Take your left arm up. Take the left hand behind your head. And then just see if you can open up and peel open the chest there. Good. And then release and come back to the center. We'll just bring the knees up for a moment. Take both legs out in front. Give them a nice little shake out. And with the fingertips on the floor, push through the heels and lift yourself up nice and tall. We're just going to hinge over into a forward fold. Check out how does that feel today. Try and draw your shoulders down the back. Try and lift your head and chest up. Inhale. And exhale, folding over those legs. Let's see if we can get a little bit of heat there in those legs now. So as you inhale, we'll reach the arms forwards and all the way up to the sky. And as you exhale, lower the hands, sweep them all the way to the toes. So inhale, lift your arms up, lift your head, chest up, and then exhale, sweep them all the way to the toes. Here's a few more times. Just finding the exhale as you whoosh your feet, your whoosh towards your feet. Good. Let's get one more in. Exhaling as you whoosh. Good. Now try and come the other way. So you exhale as you fold forwards and then roll your way up. Good. And again, exhale as you fold forwards and roll your way up. Good. Two more. Hopefully you're creating some nice heat. And then last time. Good. Open up your arms wide and lift your chest up. So it's like you're leaning your upper body back. Good. And then bring your arms up and bring your soles of the feet together, knees open. That should feel nice now to get into this. Big toes touching. Catch hold of your toes. Inhale, lift up tall. And then exhale, fold it forwards. Now keep pushing your feet together, almost like you're going to lift your bum up off the floor. Yeah, so it might not come off the floor, but it's that intention there. Breathe in, reach the hands as far forwards as you can. Good, and breathe out. Could you feel those big toes touching and that almost hips lifting up off the floor there? And while we're here, just walk your hands over to the right side. Go as far over to the right as you can. Normally it's just the body over your right leg, hands either side of the right leg, and then forehead down towards the right knee. How does it feel all through that left side? Try not to lift the left sit bone up. Now keep that left sit bone pressing down. And then you're walking your hands all the way over to the other side. Go as far over as you can. And you know that this right hand, if you creep it away, you get even more stretch. Remember, as you breathe, you're trying to send it through your whole body, up into your head, down into your heart, down into your belly. Good. And then walking your way back to the center, we'll come all the way up to seated. I'm counterposing that. Take the hands behind you, fingers towards your bum. Draw your shoulders back and open up your chest. We're going to push your feet together and then lift those hips up. Breathing in. And then breathing out, put the sit bones back down onto the mat. Well done, good. Coming all the way back up. We'll just bring the knees up together and take your feet as wide as your mat. If you've got one, I haven't today. Take your hands behind you. You can turn the fingers out. And then just start to windscreen wiper the legs. Okay, I want us to get a little bit more into the sides of the body. So we'll start here. Walk your feet in and then just cross your right ankle over the front of the left thigh. And you can start to rock from side to side. So think about feeling the outer legs here as you rock that foot from side to side. And then you're going to rock all the way to the left side until your right foot lands on the floor. You feel the edge of that left leg on the floor. Lift yourself up. Okay. Now you're going to take your right hand all the way to the back. And your left arm is going to go underneath your right arm, lay down onto your left arm, and then keep your legs where they are, just open up your right arm to the right side. So we have done it before, but maybe you haven't come into it this way. But I'm hoping that now your legs haven't moved. You can push this right knee away, and you can feel the stretch there in the outer right hip, outer right leg, and you can try and press your right shoulder down the back. Breathing in and breathing out. All right, roll back onto your left arm. So you're bringing your right arm back over to the left side. Use your right hand to lift yourself back up. Yes, and then swing that right arm all the way back, and we swing back. Ta-da! Lower your right foot down onto the mat and take the left ankle over the top of the right thigh, and then we can swing from side to side. So every time you swing, could you squeeze that left foot towards the floor a little bit more? And that's it. I'm going to turn so that I face you when I fall. So now you're going to lower your left foot to the right side and rest the sole of the foot on the floor. Then take your left hand past your right hand, and your right arm goes underneath you towards that right side. And you lay down onto your right arm and then extend your left arm out towards the left, the back. And you can squeeze your left knee open and try and breathe into the twist. Breathe into the hip. You can play with this left arm, maybe swing it up and over your head. See how that shoulder feels there. Maybe you've got furniture in the way. So bring the left hand back over towards the right side, and then pick yourself back up. And then you swing yourself all the way back to where we came from. Ta-da! Good. And then lower the left foot back down onto the mat. All done. Good. You're going to bring yourself up onto into child's pose. So hips into your heels, and then just relax over your legs, forehead down into the floor. And once you get there, take a breath in, try and let the back relax. And a breath out as you reach your fingers further forwards. One more breath. Enjoy the sound of your breath. You know, with the head in between the arms, you can hear it so much more. Good. Okay, so we'll come up to seated on the heels, and we're going to continue this kind of side action.
So you've got your hips on your heels. You take your left hand behind you so your fingers are pointing away. Rest onto the hands, and then the right arm comes up and over your head, and you just push your hips forwards here. And you can play with that. You know, where can you get to with that? See where it goes. Nice. And then sitting the bum back down into the heels, and we swing the right arm out towards the back, and then the left arm goes up and over your head. You're pushing those hips forwards and breathing into that space here. Good. Sitting the hips back into the heels. We're going to try one more time. So left arm goes to the side. Now right arm goes up and over your head. Push the hips forwards. And this time, can your right hand rest in the back of the head as you open up that top elbow? Breathing in. And then breathing out, sitting your bum back down. Take it over to the other side. And you can make this, you know, as big or as little as you like. Hips forwards, left hand behind your head, and try and open up that elbow. Good. All right, sitting your bum back down. Oh, how does that feel? Just take your palms faced up, rest them on the thighs, draw the shoulders down the back, let your eyes close, and take a moment here. Just feeling the work so far, feeling the energy so far. Bring it back to that soft palate breathing. The inhale through the nose gathers by the soft palate. And the exhale, it floods up to the head, up to the crown, and down into your chest. A few more times. Last time. Just blinking your eyes open. Give the hands a little shake. And we'll come up onto all fours. Now, so have your knees underneath your hips, hands underneath the shoulders. Do a few little circles. Yeah, so you start to feel now rooting down through those hands. And a few little circles the other way. And then just lift and place the hands down in all different places. You can get into a rhythm with it. So you're kind of pulsing and pressing. Not that an elephant walks like this, but you know, that kind of elephant heavy footed, but then at the same time it's light, isn't it? So they say that an elephant will stand lightly, but they're heavy. Finding all different places to put the hands and feel the stretch in all those different places. And then settle with the fingers facing forwards, and it will come into some cat cows. Okay, so let your belly sink and lift the head and chest up. Squeeze the shoulders down the back. And as you exhale, push away and round into the back, chin to chest. Again, let the belly sink and lift the head, chest up. And as you exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. A few more times, letting the belly sink and lifting the head, chest up. And then exhale, pushing away, rounding into the back. Last time, belly sinks, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, push away and round into the back. Come back to neutral. Okay, a bit of a challenge for you now. Tuck your toes under. Hover your knees off the floor just a centimetre and do the same thing again. So inhale, let the belly sink and lift your head, chest up. And then push away and round into the back. Keep those knees hovering. And again, inhale, belly sinks, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, push away and round into the back. Okay, this last time, let the belly sink, Lift the head, chest up, and then push your hips up into a half down dog. So maybe down dog is a relief now. Relax the head, give it a shake. And then you can start to press the heels down one by one. See how that feels through your legs. Then we'll lower the knees to the floor. You can keep your toes tucked under here. Sit back into your heels. Come up to standing on the heels and take your hands behind you. Draw your shoulders back and push your hands down. Breathe in. Enjoy the sensations in your feet. And breathe out. Come back onto all fours. Undo your feet and give them a little slap on the floor. And where your hands are, put your elbows. So coming even more into the upper back now, and bring your hands around your elbows. Walk your elbows forwards. Take your chest towards the floor. Keep the hips above the knees and forehead down into the mat. Yes. Now, if that feels okay, and you want to go a little bit further, then you can just start to extend those arms out to the corners of the mat. Think about the upward feeling of the upper body. So maybe you could bring it back to that soft palate breathing. The air floats in through the nose. And the exhale floods up into the head and down to the chest. It might be a nice place to do that. Take one more breath. Good. And then just push your hips back into your heels and into a child's pose. Relax completely. Any tension that you find with your neck, just let it go. All right. Coming back onto all fours, we're going to go all the way down onto your belly now. Yeah. Take your right arm out to the right side. Now, I'm going to use the left so you can see it. And then you're going to bend the left arm so the hand is in line. Sorry, bend your right arm. Now the hand is on top of the elbow. And then your left hand is flat on the floor by your chest. Turn your gaze towards your left hand and then peel your left hip back on top of the right. Now it's not going to go so far because the elbow is bent. But just see where you can get to with it. Notice where you feel the stretch. Notice where you feel the resistance more than anything. For me anyway, in this one. And take a few moments just trying to get comfortable here. Good. One more breath. It's really uncomfortable for me, this one. I don't know how it is for you guys, but I really struggle with this one. Lower the belly back down into the mat. Take your right arm straight now. Yeah. So like we usually do it. Press the palm flat into the floor, and then you can go for it and peel that left hip back on top of the right. Maybe you can bend the knee this time and have your foot behind your right leg. And enjoy, there's no restrictions now. Yeah, well, there's less restrictions. Relax your neck. Take a few breaths in, a few breaths out. All right, let's lower the belly back down onto the mat. And before we finish with this right arm, have your left palm flat on the floor. Just lift yourself up. You can have that hand a bit further forwards. And then bring your right arm underneath you towards the left side. And you're going to lay the chest down. Lay your chin over your hand. You could always have a block underneath your head there. And take your left arm all the way out to the front. There's a big stretch in the outer right arm. Breathing in. Breathing out. Also not my favorite. Good. All right, carefully bring that left hand back in and then shake the right arm out. Oh, good. So let's go the same with the left side. Your left hand is above your left elbow. Palm is flat down. Right hand is by your chest on the right side. And then you're going to peel your right hip back and let your head rest on the floor there. Breathe into anything that's restricting you. And there should be quite a bit of restriction there. Listen to it. You're not forcing it. You're just trying to encourage it and get into that place. You can lower the belly back down onto the mat. And now we get to enjoy this other one. So left arm straight. And then peel right hip back on top of the left. And yeah, just enjoying now. There should be much more space here. Relax your head. Feel the twist. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. We can roll the belly back down onto the mat. Bring that left arm in, give it a nice shake out. And then take your right hand out a little bit further forward so you can pick yourself up. And your left arm goes underneath you towards the right side. You get comfortable there, feeling the stretch through the outer left arm. Chin can go over the arm. And then right arm out to the top. Karate chopping the floor. Spend a moment noticing where it's tight. Yeah, where have you been working this arm? So maybe gardening, maybe digging, maybe just being on your laptop. Yeah, all of those things work to cause tightness, blockages. Feel it gently start to stretch. Good. All right, bring your right hand back in. Extend your left arm back out. That's it. And then shake it out. Have your fingertips by your side and you're pressing into your fingertips like they're tense. We did this in the classes yesterday. So push down to your fingertips and then roll yourself up chin to chest. The last thing to come up is the head. And then lower yourself all the way back down. Then we're going to try it a few more times. Push down through the fingertips, roll your way up. And then elbows bend, lower back down. Good. 2 more times. Roll your way up. And then elbows bend, lower back down. And last time, push with the fingertips, roll your way up. Good, and then bending the arms, lower your way back down. Put the palms flat on the floor by your underneath your shoulders, and then we're coming back into a child's pose. Push back through the hands and bring your knees in, squeeze the thighs in together. Let your belly rest over your legs. And you can let your arms relax, let your forehead relax. Just take a moment, breathing into that space and checking in with where do you feel what? Yeah. Hopefully the upper body is, and the spine is buzzing with heat and energy. And let's bring it down into the lower part of the body a bit now. So coming up onto all fours. Bring your right knee to your right wrist and right foot towards the left wrist. So we come into a pigeon pose. And walk your hands back and lift your chest up. Squeeze your right hip back and push down through your left leg. You can always have a block underneath your right hip. Inhale. And as you exhale, just lower yourself all the way down onto the mat. You can bring your forehead onto your hands. Then just see how that feels there. Breathing in. And breathing in. You can always stay on your forearms if that feels a little bit low for you. Okay, and once you're in the shape, you could let your eyes close. If you like, you could start to bend the left leg and bring your heel into your bum. That might be quite nice there. And if you wanted to, if you're on your left forearms, you could just reach back with your right hand for your left foot and then maybe extend the left arm out in front and just squeezing the heel into the bum. All options. Pigeon pose by itself is perfect. So if you caught hold of the foot, release the leg, bringing the hands back in. Fall onto your right side and swing this left leg all the way around, hook it over your right knee. Create space by moving that right foot away. And then right hand on the outer left leg and left fingers behind you into that twist. Inhale, get tall. Exhale, squeeze down through both sit bones. Good. All right, swing yourself back to the center. Take the left leg all the way back. Use your hands if you need to. Tuck your back toes, take your right leg back. You've got a little down dog. You can have your knees bent. You can wiggle your hips. You can do what feels good. And then bring your left knee to your left wrist. Left foot towards the right wrist and settle into pigeon on this side now. So you can undo the back toes. You can stay down on your foot. Actually, walk your hands back first of all. Lift your chest up. So you feel the upward energy there. And then slowly start to lower back down. Maybe you come onto your forearms. Maybe you take your arms all the way out in front. You're settling into this left hip now. At least 3 slow breaths here. If you like, you can bend the back leg in and then reach back with the left hand for your right foot. So you're getting a bit of a quad stretch there as well. Or maybe it's a massive quad stretch. And of course, you don't have to reach for it. You can just stay where you are. All right, releasing that right leg. Bringing yourself back up. You're going to fall onto the left side and then swing your right leg all the way around. Hook the foot over the knee. Create some space by moving that left foot out and push your sit bones down. Left arm outside of the right leg and then right fingertips behind you. Good. Enjoy the twist. Breathing in. Breathing out to twist. Make your way back to the center and then swing this right leg all the way back. Come back into your downward facing dog. Left leg goes back, right leg goes back. Have a wiggle, stretch into it, whatever feels good. There's no better place for your hamstrings than your forward fold. So walk your feet towards your hands. Relax the back of the neck now. Bend the knees so much you can feel your belly on the thighs, so there's no gap in between your legs, and that means bending your knees quite a lot for some of us. And then hook onto your big toes with the first two fingers. Make sure your wrists are facing inwards. Push the toes down into the fingers and lift the fingers up into the toes. As you inhale, lift the head and chest up, straighten your arms. Try and keep that connection, belly onto the thighs. And as you exhale, the elbows go out to the side and then you pull yourself down. Your toes pushing down, your fingers pulling up. Inhale, lift the head and chest up, straightening into the arms, and then exhale, bending the arms, pulling yourself down. And again, inhale, lifting the head and chest up, pulling yourself forwards, and then exhale, elbows bend, draw yourself down. You can always have your hands on your shins here if you can't reach your toes. I should have said that at the beginning. Inhale, lift yourself up. 3 more, but if you can go a bit further, put the hands underneath your feet. Padahastasana, your toes tickling your wrists. Inhale, draw the head, chest forward, still trying to keep that belly on the thigh. Then elbows bend, draw yourself down. Maybe the legs start to straighten, and that's only if you can keep the belly on the thigh. Inhale, lift the head, chest up, and then exhale, elbows bend, draw yourself in. Nice, guys. Last time, inhale, lift the head and chest up. And then exhale, bend the arms, draw yourself in. Good. Releasing the hands. You're going to bend your knees, sit your hips into your heels, lift your head up so you're not got head down now. Bit more blood flowing back down. And then you can start to rock forwards and back through those feet. Waddle yourself to the top of the mat if you're not already. And then somehow sit your bum down onto the floor. Okay, take the hands behind you, fingers towards your bum. You're just counterposing it now. Push down through your feet and then lift the hips up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale. If you've got no issues with your neck, you can let your head fall all the way back. Lifting the head back up and then lowering the hips back down. Oh, well done. Good. Releasing the hands. We're going to reach the arms forwards and now very slowly lie down onto your backs. Remembering the soles of the feet together, knees open, arms can go up and over your head. Take a breath in, fill up your belly, fill up your rib cage, fill up your chest. And a breath out. So it's more yogic breathing rather than that soft palate breathing. So yogic breathing, belly expands with the breath in, rib cage, chest. Breath out, chest falls down, belly floats down. Try it like that a few more times. The belly expands first, then the rib cage, and then the chest. And then exhale, everything floats back. Chest, rib cage, belly. From here, bring your knees up together, becoming into one last twist. So let both knees fall to the right side. Right hand on the outer left leg, left fingers out to the side. Breathe in, let your belly, let your body expand. And breathe out, let the whole body melt into this twist. And bringing the knees back into the center, we'll let them fall to the other side. Again, spending a moment here in the twist, breathing in and breathing in. Bringing your knees back into the center, you can just extend your legs to the corners of the mat. You can have your arms above your head or down by your side. Of course, you can do any other things that you feel like that you still need. But if you can and are ready to be in stillness, then be in stillness for a moment. Now you could rest your right hand on the heart center, your left hand on your belly just for a moment. Maybe you slide the tongue over the roof of the mouth back to the soft palate, just remembering where that place is. And then letting the tongue relax. Breath flows in through the nose. And as you breathe out, imagine it flooding your head and pushing down into your chest. A few times like that, breathing in through the nose. As you exhale, flooding your head and pushing down into your chest. So in your own time, maybe for 2 more rounds. Visualizing the pathway. And eventually you can let the arms relax and allow yourself just to slip into Shavasana. So into stillness, no awareness on your breathing. Every muscle soft, face soft, jaw relaxed. And even though I've gone quiet for a moment, I'm still here. Just give yourself this moment to rest.
Keeping your eyes closed, you're welcome to continue your Shavasana. If you need to get moving, start to wiggle your fingers and start to wiggle your toes, slowly starting to deepen the breathing. Taking the arms above the head, doing the full body stretch. And eventually rolling to the right hand side into a fetal shape. Just keeping your eyes closed, come up to seated to face the front. Sit in any shape that feels good. Palms together, thumbs push into the chest bone. Take a breath in through the nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. Gratitude to the practice. Thank you so much for being here today. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Awesome, guys. Take your time.